Bam! Good morning. We're back at it again on this one project here. Let's check it out. So we're doing roughly 2,000 square feet of pavers on this project. All this is coming out. Let's take a look. Alright guys. So all this concrete's coming out. All of this pavers here, that's coming out. All this walkway, everything you see in here will be pavers. Everything. We're still deciding on the color, but we're still looking. Here we got the GoPro in action, doing some time lapse, charging it up. All of this will be pavers. This pond here, water feature here, will stay. I'm gonna try to make that work again. And all this in here will be pavers. And we'll probably do a tree here with some artificial turf around it. Pavers will stop right there. And this will be removed, and pavers will be in this area as well. Alright guys, so stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and if you like this content, you know, subscribe so you can see future videos of this type of work. All right guys, stay tuned. All right guys, so on this time lapse, I want to do something different. I will be pointing out some of the things of this job site as it goes, but I want to do is how I started my landscaping business. I think that's something that will help out a lot of people, and just to share my story pretty much and how I started. So here we go. So right after high school, I got 2 years experience working for a local landscaping company. We did pretty much all tract homes, so we knew about irrigation and plants and sod. Nothing too crazy, right? So then I did a couple years of fumigation after that, and then I worked in the oil fields. I love working on the oil fields. That was pretty cool. It's a good experience. It's scary too, but anyhow. Then I went to truck driving. I did that for about 5 years. By far, that was, you know, one of the better jobs I had till that point. You know, the most high-paying job and the least I would do. So I really enjoyed it, honestly. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, I had a friend. I still have a friend that does landscaping work. You know, he does that type of work and sells a bunch of jobs. So one day he came up to me, he's like, "Hey Victor, you want to make $500? I'm like, "Sure, you know, of course I want to make $500. What do I got to do?" So you're gonna install 1 pallet of sod. It's 500 square feet. I'm like, "Sure." When did I do it? So he had everything set up. I just got to the job site. It was already prepped. I just did a light grading, and I put the sod in, and the customer was happy. He paid me $500, and that's it. So about 6 weeks passed by, and he called me again. "Hey, Victor, you want to make another $500? I'm like, "Yeah, what are you going to do?" I think it was like 600 square feet or whatever. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll install it for you for $500. And sure again, you know, we did that and made $500 really quick. And I was truck driving at the time. And about, I want to say 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And then he called me, "Hey, Victor, this is a guy that wants to do a project. But he wants plants, irrigation, and sod." And I kind of remembered, you know, mostly everything. And I watched a bunch of YouTube videos to just refresh. And I went to do this quote. He told me, "Hey, do this quote." I'm like, "How do I do it?" He kind of showed me, you know, this times materials, times labor, times, and then I just did it, right? It was my first time going out there, and I try to be as professional as I can, which is sometimes kind of hard, especially at the beginning, but I think it went pretty well. What happened with that third guy is that he was an investor. He's a local investor. He's really cool. He's Jeremy Rubin. Anyways, so I did that job for him, and he called me like, I don't know, within 3 weeks or 4 weeks. "Hey, Victor, you want to do another project?" I'm like, "Yeah, heck yeah, I want to do another project." So that's how I pretty much started doing those projects. Obviously, back then I did not have a contractor's license, but I was making money, so that was pretty cool. So you guys wonder at what time did I do these jobs? Because I was a truck driver still then. So my trucking schedule was from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. So this is what I would do. I would go home, take a shower, go to sleep right away. So I was in bed by 4 a.m., right? So I'd probably wake up like at 10 a.m., 10, 11, give or take. I would wake up, go straight to the job site. I'd probably eat some breakfast and go straight to the job site and start working there from, let's say, 11, give or take, to like 3 or 4. And I had a guy that was a concrete guy, and he would help me out from like 3 to 6. So that's how these jobs were able to move a little faster. Not as fast as I would like, but you know, they weren't big jobs. They were pretty small jobs. So basically, I worked 9 months like this. I didn't have work all the time, you know, like every week, but I would have work like 3 full weeks, and I would have 2 weeks off, then 4 weeks and 4 weeks off. So this lasted about 9 months. In between that time, I got a really big job. Well, big job for me at that time, it was a $40,000 job. And I was scared. I'm like seriously, I even had anxiety on that job. But, you know, we made it happen. It was a awesome job. It was a huge sod job, irrigation, some fencing and stuff like that. But that's a job that made me get my contractor's license. You know, I did not want to get popped, not having a license, you know, become a felon or get a felony just because of that. So I'm like, you know what? I need to take my test. I studied for it for about a month. I had the experience, passed it the first time. And that's how pretty much I started my landscaping business. You know, I did that for 9 months, working as a truck driver at night. And during the day, I was doing some landscaping. The time when I made the transition that I was, you know what, I'm going to quit already my truck driving job and do full-time landscaping was when I was making more than trucking. You know, trucking, I was making about $5,000-6,000 every month, which was pretty darn good, you know. We would haul crude oil for a company here in Santa Maria, California. But after I was making that plus some in the landscaping, that's when I decided to quit. I'm like, you know what, let's go full on in. And that's why it wasn't that hard for me to get my business going, which is really cool. I really enjoy what I do. I love what I do. So on those jobs, what I was doing is about 50% of my profit, I was reinvesting in my company. So literally, when I started my company, I had a broken wheelbarrow that was borrowed, a rake that was borrowed. My best friend, Jose, he let me borrow a drill and a saw or something to cut like lumber and stuff like that. I remember I had 0 tools when I started. But after every job, I think I would save like 50% to reinvest and 50% to the other 50% to spend it. Because I was already living okay from my trucking, you know, so I didn't need any more money to say, you know. But that's how I was able to start buying a bunch of tools from these jobs. And one of the other things that really helped me out a lot is buying that dump trailer. Me and my wife would start doing these jobs. You know, when I started getting like my 3rd, 4th, 5th job, me and my wife would go out there and, you know, shovel dirt into a flat trailer that was borrowed from someone else, from Victor, another great friend of mine, best friend of mine too. And we would have to take it to the landfill and offload it again by hand. Like the second time, my wife's like, you know what? If you don't get a dump trailer, I ain't gonna come and help you no more. I'm like, damn, because, you know, other guys would pull up to us and they'll just dump it like in 5 seconds and leave. And my wife and I would be like, damn, man, what the heck? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I got a dump trailer. It was one of my best investments because it just made it really easy. And the second best investment that I did was buying the skid steer, the Vermeer CTX 100. So I got that idea from Tigran. You guys probably heard about him on my other videos. So that thing was super. It was basically like having 3 guys on a job site, you know. That was another awesome thing that really helped my company, you know, be where it's at right now, to be honest. Let me know if you guys like this type of videos. I can make some other ones like talking about how I run my company and how I advertise, how I get these jobs, how I stay busy, because we are always 2 months out all the time. All right, fellas. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, share it, and put your comments down, you know? Let me know if you guys like this content. All right? Let me know, guys. Thank you. Till next time. Bye-bye.